Just wait. The host of Get Business Credit YouTube channel is about to go live on YouTube Cast to answer all your business credit building questions. Our host, Joshua Van Horn, is here for you during these tough times. But together, as we unite as one, we will get through this and build and rebuild business credit. Subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't already done so. Josh is about to take YouTube by storm, and you don't want to miss what's coming. Live from Columbus, Ohio, this is the Get Business Credit YouTube channel with your host, Josh Van Horn. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification right now to stay up to date as soon as we release new business credit gems. Take it over, Josh.
Hey, welcome to Get Business Credit YouTube channel. Can you guys hear me okay? I have a different setup now because I'm in a different office, but can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys put like a number 1 in the chat? If you guys can hear me okay, is the sound okay? Hey Nick, how you doing? Nick, I just added more tasks for you guys in the client portal. All right, so we'll get started momentarily. I wanted to actually bring up a couple of things for you guys. This is more kind of awareness video because some other channels are promoting a trade line that I want you guys to stay away from. That is not good. So it's kind of what this video is about. We're going to be going over, let's see here, what I have pulled up here. So we're going to be going through, again, the Experian Business Credit Advantage sample report. We're going to be going over Fair Figure, eCredible, and the client portal, and as well as this new business trade line that people are promoting on YouTube that I want you guys to stay away from. 100% stay away from. Don't waste money on it. I want you guys to stay away from it. So let's wait for a few more people to come in and then we'll get started, okay? And you guys get any questions for me as well, business credit related, personal credit related, put any of the questions in the live chat section and we will go over those as well. Merry Christmas to you guys, and you guys have a safe New Year as well. Everybody be safe, of course. All right, so let's get right into it. Not as many people coming in. Maybe it's because the holidays coming up. So I'm going to actually bring up this a couple of times. I don't know why it's white screen here. Hang on. Okay. All right. So I want you guys to know about this. Hey, Ran, how you doing? So you guys might have seen some videos being promoted in the last week by a couple YouTubers about this Boost business credit. So I want you guys to know, I don't know this company at all, but when you're trying to build up business credit, stay away from any websites that are promoting just get a trade line or you have to pay a fee to get a trade line. Those are red flags. As a dated furnisher, myself, I'm a data furnisher to Credit Safe and Equifax. Part of the terms and conditions and compliance within being a data furnisher, you're not allowed charging a fee per se for just the trade line. So we're going to kind of go over that. Hopefully none of you guys have actually signed up for this. I don't even want anybody to go to this site at all, but I'm just kind of going to give it as an example so you guys know what not to do, okay? And we're also going to go over business credit scores, even with some of my students. Some of them are here right now, but you guys need to stay away from thinking the mentality of business credit scores. You need to have an 80 Paydex score or 80 or 90 Intel score. Get that mentality out of your head. The scores do not matter at all. Like my best approvals were when my scores were not so great, not bad business credit, but scores don't matter. That's more for you to feel good, stroke your ego, whatever. So don't worry about the scores. Focus on what's on the report and build it up. Consistency is key. Okay. So, all right, let's start with this first. We're going to, like I said, we're going to cover this BS company. We're going to go over the Experian Business Credit Report sample and how to read it. We're going to go over Fair Figure a little bit because I have a dashboard. They just added a lot of new features. They have foundation score, risk score, and Equifax score, and they're adding on Experian. So you guys want to definitely get in with them as well. We're going to go over eCredible and the client portal. So, and then if you guys are just tuning in, if you guys have any business credit questions, please put it in the chat section. Make sure you do that. And we'll go over the questions as well. So, again, if you guys are just tuning in, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And make sure if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and hit all notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. All right. So, let's get into it. You guys, so if you're trying to build up business credit and you go to any of these sites that, like, say, Strategic Network Solutions, Summa Office Supplies, Red Spectrum, and then this Boost Business Trades, stay away from them. It's like the plague. And even some of the other ones like CEO Creative, some of the starter vendors, I would even stay away from. You guys notice I don't promote those anymore. I used to promote them. I don't promote them anymore. Okay. There's really not a need for these starter vendors anymore. Okay. And a lot of them don't even report. And, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you need to get as many trade lines as you can. The problem is business credit is not federally regulated. So personal credit is, you know, you have the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but on the business credit side, it's not at all regulated by the federal government at all. So there's a lot of these scam companies coming up, just like this is a perfect example. Another big YouTuber is promoting this, and I don't even know if he's involved or owns it or whatever, but you can see it's just like ridiculous. Boost business credit. Well, there's a TM there, trademark, and it's not trademarked. Already do the search on that. But I don't know much about this company or site, but I can tell you the fact that their business is Boost Business Credit and they're charging a fee for a trade line, it's crazy. Stay away from it. 100%. And I'm not even going to even talk about promoting this company at all. But just kind of things to like look out for. They're offering a cloud server lease credit builder, reporting credit limits up to 150,000. I don't know who they could possibly be reporting to. I know in one of the videos they talked about Small Business Financial Exchange. However, I doubt that they're even reporting to any bureau, let alone Small Business Financial Exchange. Small Business Financial Exchange is there episode. Basically, it's like a nonprofit. Nobody can pull reports for Small Business Financial Exchange. So, like American Express, Chase, all the big banks, they share data based on, their customers. So I don't believe they're reporting to Small Business Financial Exchange, and I don't even think they're reporting to anybody. If they are reporting to anybody, maybe credit safe, but I even doubt that, because they're breaking so many compliance regulations right here. So, like, see how they're very vague? And this is what you guys need to watch out for. Anytime you're trying to go after any trade lines or get any credit lines to build your business credit, if they don't say like who they're actually reporting to, more often than not, it's probably a scam. So you can see here, it says establish business credit with all major bureaus. So because business credit is not federally regulated and they're not saying who they're reporting to, they can't get a lawsuit against them because they're not saying Equifax or Experian or Dun & Bradstreet. So, and it helps build, scores. Who cares about scores? Scores don't matter with business credit. It's just very misleading. And saying they approve everybody. Well, that's not legitimate if they approve everybody either. So, and these are all fake testimonials too. I can guarantee you that. But just look, you have to pay this fee, and they're not even saying what you get out of it. It's $600 all the way up to $3,000. And this is the other thing a lot of people don't understand is, okay, so they're saying 50,000 limit for this one for $1,400. Limits are not disclosed to the business credit bureaus. Your balance is not the limits. Okay, so it's not a credit card, so the limits aren't disclosed. I know I'm a data furnisher. Metro 2 format, there's nowhere to put in a limit if you're not a credit card, okay? Underwriter. So this is just more so like marketing, scam, sales tactic. So again, don't focus on limits for one, because the limits don't matter on business credit. It's what the balance is being reported to the business credit bureaus. But I can say with certainty, the fact that if they're really a legitimate company, then their whole website should be about the cloud server. It shouldn't be about building business credit. It should be, if it was a legitimate company that's offering this cloud server, their whole website should be about cloud server to get normal clients, and then maybe have a page about offering, credit terms. If you go to Uline, for instance, you can't find anything about their net 30 pay by invoice. Only time you're going to see that is if you already go through the process and go to checkout, say pay by credit card or pay by invoice. And then you select pay by invoice. That's a legitimate company because they're not pushing a credit line. That's not what they're in business for. So any of these companies that are in business solely just for a net 30 or a trade line, stay away from them. That's a red flag, 100%. So if any of you guys heard of this company, like you can see, there's no address, information, etc. There's so many red flags here. All rights reserved, 2024, boost business credit. And it doesn't even have an LLC or anything. When you click around, it's like contact. Just a form. There's no information at all. So I would honestly, I hope nobody fell for this scam or trick or whatever, okay? So again, stay away from companies like this, and this is a perfect example. So all things credit plug is promoting it on this channel. Yeah, you're all things credit. Yeah, I'm not going to talk bad about another channel, but yeah, I see that as well. Most of the comments, people are pissed about everything's he's been promoting, it's even on the personal side, so, But yeah, I don't know if he's owner of this or part owner, but again, you guys stay away from this. Yeah, Nick, way downhill. Yeah, I mean, I hear it from everybody. I mean, it's when you're greedy and you put money above. It's okay to make money. I have no problem with that. I'm a capitalist, right? It's okay to make money, but don't mislead people and take advantage of people. Ran, he's a spam channel. Yeah, it's kind of getting that way. Is Sam's Club business card still doing no PG? I've been hearing some people say they don't offer PG anymore. But then again, I just had a student get an OPG Sam's Club card 4 days ago. So I don't know if it's depending on certain factors when you're filling the application out or certain stores, or I don't know if they're shifting that way. I don't know 100%. I'm looking into that, but I'll let you guys know. Okay, so if you guys understand about what I was talking about staying away from like Sumo Office Supplies, Strategic Network Solutions, and like this Boost Business Credit, Red Spectrum, put a 1 in the chat box. I want you guys to make sure you guys don't fall for these scams, because definitely don't want to pay your hard-earned money for something like this. It's better spent on other things that will build up your business credit much faster. So please don't fall for these. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this live stream, because I want to make sure that people didn't fall for this scam. And I don't even want to say it's a potential scam. It's 100% a scam. I don't know anything more than what I've just showed you guys, but it's common sense. Stay away. Okay? 100% stay away. It's too vague, not enough. This is a $100 website you get off of Fiverr. Okay? So yeah, stay away. All right, now let's get over the Experian report. So you guys understand, most of you guys probably already know this, but I just want to make it very clear for those that don't know this. So there's 4 major business credit bureaus. And if you're trying to build up business credit to get, say, funding or no PG auto loans, equipment financing, then each of the bureaus play a vital role. So don't blindly go after whatever credit lines or trade lines that you can get just because you want to get them reported. If you're trying to get funding, credit cards, revolving lines of credit, draw lines, anything to do with financially related, gas cards, then you want to build up your Experian business credit. 99.9% of all underwriters in the financial space are going to be pulling your Experian business credit report. So if you build up your focus like what everybody else talks about on YouTube and Facebook groups about 80 paydex score and get as many Dun & Bradstreet tree lines as you can, that's not going to help you get approvals. Okay, so what you need to do is build up your Experian business credit. And for anybody wanting to get the yearly report, I would advise everybody to get this. It's smartbusinessreports.com/Brex. That will get you 50% off. Okay. And you don't need to do the valuation report or anything. Just do the yearly. It's normally like $199 or $190, but it's only like $95, $99 for a year. So you can't beat it, and you can actually get real-time live updates. You get your small business financial exchange reports, and you can do updates as well, like key personnel, your SIC codes and NAC codes, your family linkage, as well as like your phone number, website, and all that information. So if you already have this, then you want to make sure that you have, first of all, key personnel. Put your name there. Put your wife's name, your husband's name, as well, or a secretary. The more information you provide to Experian, the better your odds are to get approved for anything, period. If it's blank, you don't have key personnel, any information, or website, phone number, email address. If you don't have this rich filmographic data, you might not get approved for certain credit lines because of that. And nobody else talks about this, but I'm letting you know, this is a vital step that a lot of people, they skip, or they don't provide this information, and then they don't get approved. And they get denials left and right. You have to understand, Experian basically, like 95% of the time, they get all the information from LexisNexis. LexisNexis gets it from each Secretary of State public information website, right? And 90% of the time, it's not going to have any information besides on the public data side. It's only going to have your business name, address, and registered agent, if there is one. Maybe a phone number, but most of the time not. And when the business was, started. Other than that, it's not going to show anything else. So you're going to have like a raw file. That's why I want people to go ahead, if you're my mentorship student or not, you should have, in fact, that's one of the requirements. I make all my students have this Business Credit Advantage account. And it's cheap. If you think about it, it's less than $8 a month, but they make you do an annual one-time fee of like $95 or $99. But you want to provide your business phone number. You want to provide your business email address and business website. And that's typically going to be right in this area below the phone number. And then you want to have key personnel. If it's only you, then that's fine. You want to submit yourself as, like, say, the CEO or the president. But then it's even better if you can provide 2 or 3. So say CEO being you, and then you could have, say, your husband or wife as, say, secretary. There's like 30 different choices you can choose, even like office manager. So you're not giving whoever you list as key personnel, it's not going to affect anything for them. It's just, you can just put it there. Again, think of yourself as an underwriter. As an underwriter, you're more willing to take a chance and mitigate the risk if there's more information about the business. So that's why I suggest at least a minimum of 2 key personnel listed. They have like key personnel here listed as treasurer and CEO. This is just a sample report. And then your SIC codes and NAT codes are usually wrong sometimes they're not even there, but if they are there, sometimes they just pull it off of, like, see, this is LaSalle Medical, and you can see that they already gave them General Medical Surgical Hospital. If your name is something common or has like a keyword in there, it's going to auto-populate, and that could be a high risk NAT code for you. That could also get you denied. Okay. Don't worry about the sales data. You don't want to submit anything on that, not unless you're going over $1 million. So this is what you're going to see. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So this is what you're going to see, is that this is Experian, your Intel score. And it actually goes from 0 to 100, 100 being the best. Okay, but again, like I told you guys before, and everybody should know this about me, forget about scores. I don't care about scores at all. Like I said, I've got the biggest approvals having a 34 Intel score. Scores don't matter. So it's just kind of a guide to go off of. But again, like with business credit, you actually want to show debt too. On personal credit, you don't want to show debt. You want to show low utilization, 0, 3%, under 30%, maximum. But with business credit, you actually want to show debt. It's very important to show debt because it's normal for companies to have debt. Okay. So don't get hung up on the scores at all. Just think of any big company, and do you think they have their business credit report is going to show, like, say 20 trade lines and they're all zero balance or less than 100 or something? No. You want to show debt, just make sure you pay it on time. And then this is another key one that they have in their reporting is the Experian Financial Stability Risk Rating. It goes from basically 1 to 5, and 5 being the worst, basically high risk. And a lot of this comes down to your financial stability risk rating is going to factor in, one of the key factors is your SIC code and your NAC code. So if you are, say, in transportation, then you want to find, there's about 20, 30 sub transportation NAC and SIC codes. So you want to get not the broad one, you want to get a more narrow one, especially if your business says transportation in the business name. Then you're going to want to pick one of the lower transportation risk rating SIC codes or NAC codes. But if you are in transportation and your business name doesn't say transportation or logistics, then you could pick some other ones that are not high risk. But this score is probably more important, in my opinion, than the Intel score that everyone's talking about, PAYDEX and the Intel score. Don't get hung up on that. The financial stability risk rating, you just want to be at 1, 2, ideally not more than 1 or 2, but 3 is not super bad, but just kind of a rule of thumb. And then this is your small business financial exchange risk rating. Again, this one goes from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst. So you also want to be in 1 to 2 for that. Hang on a second, my mic. You guys can tell I'm in a different studio right now. Okay. But don't get hung up on all these scores. The small business financial exchange, that's basically like going to be credit cards and loans can be reporting, like big loans, like say a Toyota or Ford, anything like that. That's what's going to be reported to small business financial exchange. But 95% of the time, it's just going to be like your Chase card, Wells Fargo, American Express. That's who's reporting a small business financial exchange. And those will dictate also some of your other scores. But again, it's not a bad thing to show debt on business credit. If you're just starting off a fairly new business under, say, 6 months or a year, and you haven't had several trade lines being reported, then you're not going to see these payment trends. But these payment trends are what's very important to build up business credit, to be able to get good limits and a lot of business credit. So that's kind of like if you're fairly new to building up business credit, you guys can see my number below there. You can text 937-423-9954. Text if you want a free consultation, and we can go over the my one-on-one business credit mentorship. I am selective on who I accept, but this is basically what we work on when you join the mentorship. This is the whole point of also the mentorship, is we're going to get this monthly payment trend and also your quarterly payment trend. So this is like vital. I can't stress this enough. To get good approvals, you need to have 3 months payment trend in this graph basically to be showing. If you don't have this graph showing, it's going to be hard for you to get any worthwhile approvals. You maybe get some approvals, but I'm talking big approvals, the ones you're trying to go after. So then you're going to see like the newly reported payment trends, the continuous payment trends, and the combined payment trends. So the combined is mixed with both of those. So the continuous payment trends, that's also very important. That's like the same, basically, not really the same, but similar to the quarterly payment trends. And if you don't have this already, and some of my students don't have it yet, but they will, things I'm having them do, they will get to this, and then that's going to make it a lot easier to get the ideal approvals. Then you're going to see here, the first part, it's going to say the payment experiences, financial trades. So this is a Fleet Core gas cards, Ford Motor Credit, if they report directly to the business credit bureaus, meaning Experian. Your NAB Prime card reports in this section. Pretty much all the Synchrony lines, like Sam's Club, PG Business MasterCard, the ConocoPhillips, 66 revolving gas card, Lowe's. That's what's going to be reported here. So you want to make sure everything's current, but don't keep everything at zero balance. That's not a good thing. I've had other past students where they get like 6, 7 trade lines, and they think they're too stuck on thinking about personal credit utilization, and they keep everything at zero balance, very low balance. And then they're like, Josh, I can't get approved for anything. Yeah, because you're not listening. You need to actually show some balances, and they need to be kind of high. The higher, the better, because then that exercises that your business knows how to be disciplined and carry debt and pay debt. So all this is kind of self-explanatory. Then you're going to see the small business financial exchange trades. Sometimes you're going to see them be the same, okay? So it may be listed a little different, but you're going to see like one of these two that will be very similar. They could be off by a different number, but they're basically the same one. So you could have one of your trade lines being reported, especially if it's like a business credit card, being reported directly to Experian, and then it's also being reported to Small Business Financial Exchange. Then you're going to have the trade line experiences. This is continuous trades. This is going to be like cell phone service providers, say Dell Business Credit, Best Buy, Uline. Like a lot of them are going to be like your net 30, starting to be reported in the trade line experiences. So you guys can see here how it's like mixed, like office equipment, packaging, business services, retail trade, financial services, electronics, computers, communications. It's good to have a good mix, just like on the personal side, personal credit, right? And then the payment terms, it's nice to have different ones like varied, credit, net 30, net 14, revolve, various. There's net 45, net 15. It's good to have these all a good mix, just like on the personal credit side. And kind of a rule of thumb is you want to have like, say, 2 or 3 small business financial exchange, but it's not really required to get business credit. I didn't have a whole bunch of, and when I started the channel with the brand new business LLC, I didn't have any small business financial exchange trades until maybe like 9 months in. And I was still getting good approvals. But I did have like 5 or 6 payment experiences of financial trades. And then I had like maybe 7 or 8 on the trade line experiences. And those are, a lot of them are like net 30 Uline, Granger, ones like that. And then you're not going to see these age trades. Most of you guys won't, unless you've been in business over 10 years and have had a lot of different, trade lines. But that's pretty much it for this. Also, business credit inquiries are not a factor like personal credit. You don't want to have too many inquiries on the personal side. Business side, it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, so any questions on that? You guys have any questions on that? We're going to go over now about a couple other things I'm going to go over. If you guys don't already have this, then you guys should have it. So let's see. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions as well, put it in the chat section, and I'll get to that here in a minute. Let's see here. D. Wells, Send me a text, 937-423-9954. In fact, anybody, just send me a text, all right? 937-423-9954. Okay, send me a text if anybody's interested in my one-on-one business credit mentorship. I can give a free consultation, and I'm actually giving a special right now for anybody that I approve and accept before Christmas. You're going to get a discount, okay? Because I only have a couple more spots left. And it's best to get in before the 27th because that's when I report as a data furnisher. That's when I report to Credit Safe and Equifax. So you're going to get the trade line on that. Plus, you want to get these steps done before, like these other trade lines, you want to get those done before like the 28th because you want to have a good start for when Experian and all the other business credit bureaus update all the December trade lines. They're going to be updating that in the data with all data furnishers between the 2nd and the 6th of every month. So if anybody needs some help with, their business credit and they don't want to waste time at all, you can kind of fast track it if you're to join my one-on-one business credit mentorship. Just text 937-423-9954. Jordan, can you get business credit without any current cash flow from the business? Yes, you can. Half my students, I have like 56, 57 currently enrolled students. I have maybe 8 or 9 that are, well, like half of them, they're pre-revenue, but I have like 8 or 9 recently that we were able to get traditional business credit cards and business credit lines, get those, and then liquidate those cards, put it in the business checking account. And once they're in the business checking account, then we go after some fintechs because the fintechs, financial technology companies, they're looking strictly at what's in your business checking account based on the approval. So basically, you're using other credit lines, starter ones, you use those to get other credit lines. And then you just keep on rinse and repeating the process, and you can get business credit built up that way. It's a little bit longer process, but yes, you can. It definitely helps if you have good personal credit and you have revenue coming in. But, half my students, they're not in that situation. So it definitely, helps, if you're in that situation. But if you're like others where you don't have any, you're still pre-revenue, then you can get certain business credit lines that are more traditional, that are looking basically just at your business credit score. You get approved for those, then I teach you how to liquidate those credit lines, and then you put that in your business checking account. I'm not saying you use it, I'm not saying you use it for your business. You're just using it to put it in the business checking account. Once it's in the business checking account and there for a couple business days, then I'm going to tell you my one-on-one business credit mentorship client portal. I'll go over that here in a minute. I'm going to tell you to go ahead and apply for the lower requirement ones that are going to approve your say for 5, 10, 15,000. You get approved for that, then you liquidate that, put that in the business checking account, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat that same process. Before you know it, the sky's the limit. You can have 40, 50, 100,000, and then just keep on building it up from there. So, and anybody want to watch the replay, this will be available. If anybody has, say, for instance, any liens or whatever, this is where you're going to see it. Any judgments, hopefully nobody has this, but you're going to see, like, say, if you took out any business loans, a lot of times they're going to have UCC filings. UCC filings aren't bad, but they're not great either. Ideally, you don't want to have any, but, they're not bad, though, as long as you're current with them. So that's that in a nutshell. And then anybody that are building up business credit and you don't already have eCredible, use the link in the description below and have a coupon code. It'll get you like 25% off. You only need to do the basic one, which is like I think $19.95, and you get $5 off using my link. And I think it's GBC25 coupon code. We're the only one that actually offers a discount with eCredible. Nobody else offers that. So you're going to get, I know it's not much, but it's a little bit. So you get $5 off, and it's by far one of the best trade lines. You're going to get basically reporting to all the main bureaus, and then you can self-report utility bills, even if they're in your personal name, as long as you attest that it's being partially used for your business. But, I have some students, they have like 7, 8 trade lines being reported to Equifax and CreditSafe because they have the eCredible. It's, hands down, like, this will fast track things for you. All right. I'll go over the questions here in a minute. Put the questions in the live chat section. Okay, so there's a lot of people that just tuned in just now. I'm going to go back to this real quick. So for those, just bear with me, but I want to cover this real quick. For those that are just tuning in, make sure if you're trying to build up business credit, do not sign up for this site or this trade line or Sima Office Supply, Strategic Network Solutions, Red Spectrum, any of the sites that are offering a trade line that you have to pay for. That's a red flag. Okay, so like this one that some YouTubers are promoting, I talked about earlier, Boost Business Credit. I don't know them personally, but I can tell by their website it's a scam. The business should be about the thing they're offering, right? So it should be about, the whole website should be cloud server lease, not about building business credit. And again, credit limits don't matter at all on business credit. If it's a credit card, it's one thing, but it's not an actual credit card. It's being reported probably as a business service, but I don't even think it's being reported at all. Business credit is not federally regulated. Therefore, you have a lot of these companies that are kind of like being scammers, and they're taking advantage of people that are naive and don't know about business credit. And, they're just trying to get money, basically. But there's no phone number on this site at all. There's not any, like, legitimate information. They don't even have a terms and conditions or a privacy policy. So it's just like it was thrown together. It's not even an LLC that I can see. It's not an LLC or INC. And it just says very vague, established business credit with all major bureaus. They don't dare put Experian or Equifax or Dun & Bradstreet or CreditSafe, because if they did, then they could open themselves up for a lawsuit. So they're being very vague, and that's how they get around it. And a lot of these ones that are supposedly offering a credit line, they're very vague about everything. Again, it's like everyone's approved. Well, if it was legitimate, everybody would not be approved. And I really don't even know what they're offering. I mean, they have this like $20,000 limit cloud server report to bureaus. Like, I don't even know what really a cloud server is. Like, I'm in the tech background. I have my own hosting company, but I don't really understand what they're actually even offering, because they're not even talking about anything but their trade line. Again, limits aren't reported unless it's a credit card. There's nothing. Only a contact page, so it's like, what's on your mind? No phone number, nothing to verify anything. So again, you guys stay away from scams like this. 100% scam. I can guarantee it. And if they do happen to report to anybody, it's maybe just CreditSafe for now. But until they get caught, maybe it's going to be, then they won't be reporting to anybody. Okay. So, all right, now I'm going to go over Fair Figure. Okay, another one. Everybody should have Fair Figure. It's only like $29.95 a month. It's kind of like your NAV Prime. A lot of you guys might already have it, but you guys should have this, because this is going to help you get the no PG business auto loans, equipment financing, and they're adding on Experian. So Experian's the hardest trade line to actually get, a trade line that reports to Experian. But Aaron over at Fair Figure, I've interviewed him several times. He actually just came here to the Philippines in Manila and met with me a couple weeks ago. And they in the process with Experian now. So that will be very soon. So if you don't already have a Fair Figure premium account, get it now. Okay, and there's the link in the description below. It's going to get you also 50% off. Yeah, 50% off. I think it's GBC 50. The link is in the description below. But I want to show you guys this because this is their new dashboard. They updated things. So this is their new dashboard. When you sign up for the premium account, they have a free one too, but you're not going to see all these scores. But you want to get the premium one. It's only like $14.50 using my link a month. But they have their foundation score, and you can apply for funding. It's not the cheapest funding, but for those that, it's kind of like the NAV Prime card. So you're going to get 2 trade lines if you get the funding, the Fair Figure Capital card, and then their service every month. So, but you're going to see your credit safe score, and you're going to see your Equifax, and soon they're going to have your Experian. So get in now, because I think probably by January is when they're going to have their Experian implemented. But then you can actually look at everything like scores, limits, trade experience. It's going to show you like your credit limits across all of them. And then like say budget advisor. And I've already covered this quite a bit, but you're going to see like, you connect your business bank account, and it's going to kind of give you a snapshot of everything. Your trade experience. Basically your credit safe trades and your debt trades. But it's kind of like a NAV and a Credit Karma kind of combined. It will show you even your personal scores too. But you can actually, this is just like one stepping stone. So like for anybody that's not in my mentorship or doesn't plan to even do a consultation to see if you qualify for my mentorship, I'll tell you right now, the 3 things I would tell any new business owner to get is eCredible, the basic eCredible for like $20 to use the link in the description below. You're going to get a discount, Fair Figure, and then the NAV Prime. So that's like less than $80, and you're going to basically get anywhere from 3 to 7 trade lines with those 3 accounts basically. And that's going to get you, started your journey quickly on building up business credit. Okay. So, and like I said, they provide funding too. It is expensive. If they give you, say, let's just say 10,000, a preview for 10,000, then you have to pay it back on a weekly terms once a week, and you have anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. It's up to you. But then again, like I said, it's not the cheapest. So like some of my students, they get 1,000, they have to pay back like 1,200, 1,300. So it's not cheap, but it's no PG, and it will help you get the second trade line. Okay, so for those that are wanting to know about, like, say, my one-on-one business credit mentorship, some of my students are here right now. I'll get to the questions in a moment. But basically, you're going to go to, I've had over 400 students and haven't had any complaints. That's because I'm very picky on who I accept. But basically, if I accept you, I'm going to tell you to go here to my portal website. You're going to register. It takes like 2 seconds. You don't have to pay anything there. And then I have to approve it on the back end. Once I approve it on the back end, then you're going to do the intake form. Here's the intake form. And basically, you're just going to fill out basic information. No social security number or anything like that. Just like, is your business a virtual office? If so, through who? Business start date, business bank balance, just the basic information that I need. Select if you already signed up for, say, NAV Prime, Boost, eCredible, Dun Bradstreet, Credit Safe, Experian, and then optional brief summary, what you've already done. And then you can attach any reports or files if you would like to. And that's so I can do the one-on-one audit where I look at the primary reports and the secondary databases. A lot of people don't realize it, but so many people get denied through KYC process with underwriters because they're not listed on Better Business Bureau or Show Me Local, Merchant Circle, Yahoo, Google, Bing, all these sites are free to get registered, but people don't get listed in these directories, and then they wonder why they don't get approved, or they're not listed in the 401 National Telecom Database. It's very important, even though it's not really even used for everyday people looking for a business. But like Synchrony, for instance, does use it. And some other, like Community and other underwriters do look at it through, like, say, Verizon, Spectrum, AT&T, T-Mobile, Comcast, so it's all very important. These are all steps that I cover. But then you're going to see, like over here, once I start assigning tasks to you, like I give detailed instructions on what I want you to do. So like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, you can see here, I am actually breaking down why I want you to do it, why you need to do it, and then detailed steps, how to get registered and get your approval for it. And then let's see here. And then say I'm going to have you do the revenue flex line. If I feel I'm not going to assign something to you credit-wise unless I'm 80% confident you're going to get approved. So like this one is like about revenue credit lines. Okay, so they have a net 30, net 60 line of credit, and then they have revenue-based credit line. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what to do when you're filling that application out. And this is all custom. It's not like I'm assigning these tasks to all my students. Like I have 56, 57 currently enrolled students. I'm not assigning it to all of them. Maybe at some point I will assign revenue, but there's so many factors involved. If 2 students signed up today, the 2 students won't have the same exact tasks to do. They're going to have some of them different because it's based on your situation, your goals. Everybody's in a different situation with their business, different type of business, different stages, and what your short-term and long-term goal is based on what I'm going to assign you each week. So every week I'm going to assign custom tasks to you based on what your goals are in your current situation. So like say Amazon at 30, the link's there. But then at the bottom, you're going to see here where it's a comment section. It's very important for you to put the outcome of whatever I told you to apply for. You need to put Josh got approved. Josh got it's pending. Send the 10-day message. Whatever it may be, you need to put it there in the comment section and then hit post. And then once you're done, you hit this button here, mark done. It's very important. You have to mark done for me to assign the next ones. So it's like 5 to 7 tasks. Sometimes there's weeks that go by that I only assign 1 or 2 because I'm waiting for business credit reports to update. Like I said, they typically update the first week of every month. So if it's say that towards the end of the month and you've already done several tasks, I might tell you to hold off, let's wait, so we can see the updates. My lowest mentorship is 12 weeks. Up from there, 16, 26, and 52 weeks. Majority of my students are on 16 weeks because the price difference is very minimal. But this is not an overnight process. And anybody that tells you can get a whole bunch of business credit and credit lines funding in like 30 days or do it quick, it's crazy. Like they're blowing smoke up your ass. It's just not going to happen. That's why my lowest mentorship is 3 months, because we need to have that. We need to build up that payment trends like I showed here. The quarterly payment trends. That's very important to start getting good approvals. You need to have this quarterly payment trends with Experian. If you're trying to get actually good funding, if you're trying to get no PG business auto loans, same thing. We need to have like 3 months payment trends. Okay. So again, if anybody is interested for my one-on-one business credit mentorship and do a free consultation, even tonight, I'll be probably working for another 4 or 5 hours. I work very late because where I'm actually located at in Manila, Philippines, it is like 9 a.m. right now. So I'll be working for the next 4 to 6 hours. So just text me 937-423-9954 and we'll schedule a consultation, get on the phone and see if you'd be a good fit for the mentorship or not. Anyways, let's get to the questions now. You guys put any questions in the comment section or in the live chat section. I'll answer those as well. And again, this video will be available for replay. So it's just If you came in late, watch the replay. Madden, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, buddy. Long-time loyal supporter. R. Rumford, what's up, buddy? All things credit, already covered this. Yes. Credit plug is promoting and this channel. It's gone downhill. Yep. Nick, yep, agree. We already went over that. R. Rumford, already covered this as well. The very first thing I would advise anybody to do is get the links in the description below, but get Nav Prime, Fair Figure, and eCredible. That should be your first 3 to get, because that can potentially get you anywhere from a minimum of 3 up to, say, 7, even more than that, if you take advantage of eCredible's self-reporting. But I'd definitely do that for sure. And if you don't already have all those, then you need to get that. If you have one of them, get the other 2. Links are in the description below, because you're going to get the discount as well. And Nick is actually one of my students for the mentorship, and I believe he's on a 1-year mentorship. It's not an overnight process whatsoever. So, but long-term, you're going to get good results with my mentorship. You're going to get approvals. If you're trying to look for quick funding, like, less than 30 days, don't contact me at all. Not unless you're well established or you have a lot of revenue coming in for your business. But if you're just starting off and you don't have your pre-revenue, nobody's going to be able to get you any type of funding in 30 days or less. And if anybody tells you to do that, then they're blowing smoke up your ass. They're just telling you what you want to hear so they can get money out of you or something. There is no easy button to build credit. As long as you do it the right way, it doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. It's just not an overnight process. Jamal, hey Josh, what business vendors do you suggest along with Fair Figure? So, like I said, I would get Nav Prime. Get the Nav Prime card too, if you can get approved for it. It's basically like a net 1-day card. Use that a little bit, because whatever you use on that, it's going to report too, and it reports Small Business Financial Exchange as well. So you're going to get 2 different trade lines for that, and then eCredible, and then connect any, like, say, web hosting or AT&T, any cell phone bills. Connect those using eCredible for self-reporting. Then you got your Fair Figure. And then get Uline. Even if you can't get approved for Uline, go through the process. I made a video about it. You can look through my YouTube videos about Uline. Go through the process. Only put about $75 to $100 in your cart on Uline, and then go and select the pay by invoice. Hit submit. It's 50-50 if they'll actually approve it within 24 hours. The credit department will probably contact you, ask you a couple questions, and then may say, hey, you have to prepay for the next 3 months or prepay this order. Just say, okay, I'll do it online. Okay. Just leave it be like that, and then it will still get reported. The trade line will be reported, just not a balance. Okay. Even if it's like prepaid orders, don't pay for the order. I'm just saying that, like, it's still going to be in their system and it'll be reported as 0, but it's a trade line that you could get. Even if you don't get approved, it still reports. Let's see here. What other places like Sam's Club doing OPG? Pretty much all the Synchrony cards, JCPenney's, Lowe's, Floor and Decor, Phillips 66. All those are in OPG. And there's several other ones. Hey, Noah, what's up? He's actually one of my students as well. He was one of my first students of this year, I believe. Let's catch up. Noah, send me a text. Let's see here. I subscribe to your channel. There isn't any updated content. How do I get my money back? This is my second request. I haven't got any requests from you. Maybe you're talking about doing the, what do you call it? The supporting the channel, the button that you hit like to join. You just contact YouTube. I have no control over that. That's 100% on YouTube. It's not me. It has nothing to do with me at all. So I don't know. I can't see any of that. That's all on YouTube, not me. But if you're doing like you might be talking about like the $5.99 and $5.99 a month. It clearly says that's just to support the channel. It's not about content. It's just if you want to support the channel. But if you did like the $99 free, the $99 1 hour consultation, then you need to contact me, and there's instructions for that as well. But I don't think you're on that. So just contact YouTube to get yours, like the $6 back or whatever. I have no control of that. I can't do nothing about that. That's 100% done by YouTube, not me. Game Master, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I just assigned some new tests, 1 or 2 tests for you, because I'm waiting also for January update too for yours. Because I think we'll be in a good situation too at that time. Hi, Josh. Good to see you dropping gems. I can't wait to continue on with. I'll send you a text. Yeah, send me a text and we can do a consultation tonight. Anybody also send me a text. You can see the number below there, over there, 937-423-9954. We can do a free consultation. And I'll be, like I said, working probably for doing consultations for the next 5 or 6 hours. Rand, why is the important of the 411? It's very important because Synchrony and a lot of the old traditional underwriters, they will actually look that up, especially if it's manual underwriting. They will look and see if you're in the national database, and it's actually a hidden database that you can't just look up yourself. Only underwriters can actually see this, and it's through the telecom databases. That's why, like Synchrony, sometimes you're on hold. That's what they're actually checking. And if you get denials, it says business information is unverifiable. That's because you're not listed in the national telecom databases 90% of the time. Game Master. Yeah, I actually just looked at yours today, Game Master. I actually looked at yours today. I mean, it's nice to see high scores, but, like I said, it's not something that you should overly focus on. It's fine if it's high, but if it gets low, don't get too beat up about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't panic. It's not a big deal, okay? Flo, I think Flo's one of my students as well. Yep, Flo's one of my students. Flo, check your portal. I already signed more tasks. Everybody, any of my students that are just tuning in, I had a little delay, personal issue a couple days ago. But before this live, I did all the new tasks for pretty much every student. And if you didn't get new tasks, then you need to read the message I sent everybody about if you have more than 2 outstanding tasks, I'm not going to assign new tasks until you let me know about those outstanding tasks need to get done. Yes, everybody hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. And if you're just tuning in, watch the replay after this. I will be uploading the replay as well. Happy holidays, D-Well. Exactly. Everybody have happy holidays as well. I'll probably do another live stream like maybe the 23rd Monday, I think. Shmel James, how you doing? Appreciate you guys tuning in. But yeah, I think I already answered this. Yeah, Jordan, you can get business approvals, business funding if you are pre-revenue. It takes certain steps. So I can't really disclose that here, how to go about doing it 100%. That's more reserved for my one-on-one business credit mentorship students, because there's a lot of scammers out there, and I don't want it, certain methods being used and abused. Like, I bought 3 duplex houses that were in distress during COVID using 5 business gas cards, and I benefited great reporting off those. But I don't disclose how I actually liquidated those cards to buy those houses publicly. I only would tell my students, and only the students that I feel that are ready to, use those particular methods. Not everybody's ready. So, but yeah, been exhausted lately running business, peak season, 9 to 5, going to finish the times. No rush, Game Master, no rush. I don't think you have that many tasks to do anyways. Ran my business not exist in Equifax. You mean Equifax at all? There's many reasons why. For one, you don't have any trade lines being reported to Equifax. So that's what's going to happen, is you're not going to have an Equifax profile if you don't have trade lines reporting there. Josh, how can I get back in good standing with Synchrony? I just messed up my first business and haven't been able to get approved. So I have several students that were in the same situation. They had bad issues with Synchrony on the personal side and on the business side. They started a new business and they were able to get approved, for Synchrony accounts, even though they owed on other accounts, other businesses. So you just got to build up that business credit. That's what all it comes down to. You're probably missing something. So just text me and we can kind of go over it. Wealth hacking. I love the name. Is Ramp card able to be liquidated? I'm a current mentee of yours and have requirements for the Ramp card. Yeah, you can liquidate it. Wealth hacking. What mentorship student are you of mine? But send me a text though, because I don't know the names and stuff on everybody here. But yeah, you can liquidate it 100%. It's not hard to liquidate as well. But as long as you meet the requirements for Ramp, you have to have over 50,000 in your business checking account. And they honestly like to see 75,000, but they've lowered the requirements. You can get approved having only 50,000 in your business checking account. Flow OG, the discount for Experian, it's just go to smartbusinessreports.com /Brex, BREX. And then that's going to get you 50% off. And only do the Business Advantage one. Question: there's a UCC mark showing on my Dun & Bradstreet. When I emailed and checked through the UCC site, it stated it's because factoring company loves. I'm a trucking company by Sprinter Vans. I completed the contract with Loves factoring. I do not owe them anything and should use it. So you need to get it off through the state. So you have to contact Loves and tell them to release it off of the state. And then Dun & Bradstreet would update it. But if the state has it, because that's who you file the UCC filing through, then it's probably on your Experian as well, more than likely. But you need to contact whoever put the UCC filing on there and get it removed or released. Divvy bill, is that card? Yeah, anything can be liquidated. No problem. Divvy can be liquidated. Topago, Clear Card, Revenue, all those can be liquidated. There's different ways to do it, The Game Master, yeah, exactly. Beat me to the punch, exactly. Yep. I have my coffee here. Yeah, it's not too late to be to text. Anybody can text me 937-423-9954 and we can do a consultation. If I accept you, because I don't accept everybody, I only accept about 10% that contact me. I get 10, 15 people a day, texting for consultation to join the mentorship. But if I do accept you, we can get started right away, and there's slight discount for if you join before Christmas, just because I want to close everything out for 2024 being strong. So for 2025, everybody can have a fresh start and, get solid business credit built up starting for, being reported for January for what we do in December. Yeah, Noah, of course, just reach out to me. And Noah, you've even sent some students my way. So yeah, you know better. I haven't suspended your account at all. It's still in there. Even though your mentorship's over, you're still in the client portal. So just send me a text. Mr. BB Elite, I like the name. Mr. BB Elite, text me 937-423-9954. Text me and I will respond in the order they are received. Text my T-Mobile and we can do a consultation this evening. And if you're not available tonight, then at least text me and then we can dial something in for tomorrow or Sunday or Monday. I'll probably be working through the weekend. Yeah, Rand, there's some cards not available. California is very picky because of their credit laws and stuff. So, but it's okay. You can get the regular NAV prime. That's their reports. Do Dun & Bradstreet still have the 12 trade lines? I don't know what you're talking about on that. Dun & Bradstreet's irrelevant. Anybody trying to focus on building up Dun & Bradstreet, just don't, unless you're trying to get manufacturing credit lines, I would stay away from Dun & Bradstreet. I'm not saying ignore it altogether, but you don't need more than 3 or 4 trade lines reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. You should be focusing on towards your goals, what you're trying to get. So if you're trying to get financial credit lines, draw lines. Can you guys hear me still? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? My mic. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? My DJI mic just the battery died. It's probably not as good audio now, but almost done though. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But what I was saying is don't get overly focused about Dun & Bradstreet. If you're trying to get financial trade lines, credit lines, funding, then you need to focus on your Experian business credit because that's 99% of all the underwriters are going to be pulling your Experian business credit. If you're trying to get no PG business auto loans, trucking, anything like that, equipment financing, then you need to build up your Equifax and your credit safe. Dun & Bradstreet shouldn't be really focused on that much. I'm not saying ignore it, but don't overly obsess about like Paydex score and Dun & Bradstreet. It's almost irrelevant nowadays ever since all that self-reporting fraud happened during COVID. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate it. If this is your first time tuning in, you guys make sure you give the video a thumbs up and watch the replay if you came in late. I'm going to re-upload the replay after this. Oh, Big D. Okay. Did you change your name? Your name was not Wealth Hacking before. Big D. Nice to see you. Equifax isn't really hard. They're one of the easier ones, but you can't get things reported directly. You have to use one of the trade lines to get reported. No, thanks for saying that. Appreciate it. I do my best. Yes, do that and stay on top of it. Get it released. They should be able to release it by early next week. Everyone can have a Vermate business credit. Very, very Merry Christmas. Okay. Very Merry Christmas. Yeah, exactly. You guys be safe. Yeah, the sound's back, but it's probably not good because it's using my camera sound audio mic. Michael Hill, do you consult new people who haven't registered business yet? Absolutely. Actually, I have like maybe 6 or 7 students that they contacted me, joined my mentorship, and I helped them go through the steps of registering with the state, Secretary of State. I help them pick even a name that's not going to be high risk. You want to use something like, West Solutions LLC, something vague that they're not going to know. Underwriters but off the bat know exactly what type of business you're running. So it's, vague. Therefore, you're not going to get basically discriminated what type of business you're in as high risk, right? Depending on what type of business you're planning to make. But yeah, I mean, and that's actually sometimes better. Some of my students that come to me when they just registered a business or they haven't registered a business, and then I tell them each and every step, then it's like treated the same way as one of my businesses that I've started, that I was able to get like 2.4 million in business credit built up when I started the channel because I did everything the right way, the steps. Absolutely. I help anybody out, but if I accept you on the mentorship, then even if you haven't formed a business yet, I will save you money on not wasting money on certain steps, how to get things registered. A lot of times people want to get a registered agent. You don't need a registered agent. For most states, you don't need that. Just a waste of money. They just contact me, text me 937-423-9954 tonight, and I'll get back to you right away and we'll schedule something. The ugly bailada. Hey, I'm texting now. Okay, I will look when this live's over. Yeah, so Critical Chris, I've already brought this up many times, and I've had maybe 7 or 8 videos you can watch about this. So, but I'll make a new video over here soon about that, just like a refresh video. But yeah, you want to stay away from postal addresses, any of the cheap addresses. There's a link in the description below. You can use a premium location through Opus. The links in the description below. You're going to get $100 off, and then it's like $99 a month. You're going to get a premium location. Those are not going to be red flagged addresses, and they actually report to CreditSafe and Equifax that you're $99 a month, and then you get live answering. Like they'll actually answer like 9 to 5 hours. They'll actually answer in your business name. You can have them forwarded to your cell phone, transfer, patch, all that, and then they do like mail forwarding and scan, open, all that. But there's cheaper methods out there, but that's the best one I would advise. But yeah, you definitely want to stay away from post office boxes. That looks very bad if it's a post office box. You're better off using your home address. Brian Hood just tripped over your content, going to be binging your content. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, watch the old videos, and even most of the old videos are still relevant, even if they're 4 years old, 5 years old. Most of them are still relevant. Besides the starter vendors, stay away from starter vendors. I don't promote any of those anymore.
Watch some of the recent live streams too. Those are all on replay. But if you guys are just tuning in, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hit all notifications on. I appreciate it. Josh gave me an hour of consultation. I highly recommend it. They explained a lot of information I wasn't aware of reviewing my personal credit with me. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I want you guys successful. And even if you don't join my mentorship, I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you, what I would do if I was in your shoes, right? So, I mean, Rand's not yet a student on my one-on-one mentorship, but, I spent about an hour with him. That's why sometimes if I can only do like 4 or 5 consultations in one evening, because sometimes the consultations last an hour to 2 hours long. So, I'm not going to just like, hey, pay me or whatever. That's not how I do things, I want to make sure everything's aligned and we'd be a good fit chemistry wise and all that. And the goals are aligned, expectations wise. Brian Hood, how much is your mentorship? I don't go over the pricing on here or over the phone. If I say we do the consultation and I accept you, then that's when I would send you an email that goes over the program overview and goes over the pricing, because I have pricing for 12, 16, 26, and 52 weeks. And then each of those, there's 3 different pricing. So it's like 12 pricings to go over. And that's like the flex payment plan, and then the 2 split payments, and then one-time payment. So there's different discounts based on all this. So it's like 12 different prices to go over, and can't do that over the phone. It's better to visually look at that. So let's see here. So yeah, just text me. 937-423-9954. The government still need beneficial ownership information. That's required for everything that is everything but say like a net 30 credit line, like say Uline, they don't require that. But you have to require the beneficial information. That's required because it's part of the 9/11 Patriot Act. It's required. So that's why people sometimes think, oh, the JCPenney's card or ConocoPhillips card, it's all no PG, right? But it's still going to ask for the business owner social security number. Now, you scroll down the bottom, it's not going to say, it'll say, I agree to PG, I do not agree to PG. So you check which one. Obviously, don't select PG. It's not, you don't need to. But beneficial owner information is always going to be required for like 99% of all business credit lines. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, no, they don't need anything that's a credit card. You can't, a state judge can't overpower federal law. It's federal law. What site are you talking about? My site? It shouldn't. Anyways, yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get off here because I hate this mic. I have to charge this one, but I'll be back maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna do another live stream for those that missed it. But I'm gonna have this one on replay. But anybody that is interested in my one-on-one business mentorship, the one-on-one, just text 937-423-9954. It's right over there. 937-423-9954. Even tonight, you can text. I'll be working for probably 4 to 6 more hours. My time it's morning here. So yeah. What do you say? Other YouTubers said they blocked it in the last few days. The BBO. A lot of YouTubers will say things, all they want and stuff, but at the end of the day, a bank or underwriter does not have to give you credit for one. They're not required to give you credit. So even if there's, I say, a government law that passed or is passing, that doesn't mean that the underwriter has to like not require that. They can still ask for the business owner's information. Like, if not, then it would be like every bank would be out of business tomorrow. Like, you need to know about who they're offering, say, a credit line to, and you can't trump federal law as well. Exactly. You still have to do the KYC, but that's more, say, with fintechs. But I guarantee if you go to, say, the JCPenney's or ConocoPhillips 7666 card, they're still going to be requiring the business owner, beneficial owner information. And that's not going to change. I can guarantee that's not going to change. They may word it different. Maybe it won't say beneficial owner's information. Maybe they'll just change the wording of it, but it's still going to be required. That's just a part of the underwriter's requirement. But I'll make a video about that. I'll do a little bit more research on this, but it's still like I don't really need to do the research on it, but I will, just so I can make a video about it for you guys. But it's still going to be required. And anybody that's like hesitant and doesn't want to give business owner information, then you're not dedicated to really build business credit, or you're probably trying to scam an underwriter. Because to me, it doesn't matter if you have good or bad credit, personal credit, you should have no problem getting behind your business. If your business is legitimate and you're not trying to commit fraud, you should have no problem, putting your name on the line. I'm not saying personal guarantee where it's going to, be a hard pull for your personal credit or anything. I'm not saying that, but you should have no problem standing behind the business that you started, So Game Master, I'm going to check into it though. Don't worry, I'm going to make a video about it after I do some more research. I just screenshotted this and we'll make a video about it. But I need to charge this. But for my students, make sure that you check the tasks. I added some today for you guys. And then anybody that is interested in one of my business credit mentorship, text me now. I'm already getting like several texts come through, and we'll try to get on a consultation call today. Okay. So yeah, critical, Chris, exactly. It is. And it's also been reinforced since like the 9/11, the Patriot Act, because there was some gas being used during 9/11 for some airplanes for when there's terrorists, or they say terrorists or whatever. Things could have been, from what I understand, could have been different if they were caught earlier or whatever. But that's a whole nother topic. But there's many reasons why the beneficial owner information is required, but this would have to probably go all the way to the Supreme Court. Even if a judge just rolled on it, it would probably have to go to the Supreme Court. I just don't see it not being required. What bank loaning your business money is going to flaunt the Treasury Department enforcer? Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I'll do some more research on this. That since this is fairly new, that just came about from what you guys are saying, I don't pay attention to too many things that for people that are trying to get like not willing to stand behind their business, because sometimes a lot of people like that, they're just looking to get free money and commit fraud. You should never be afraid to stand behind your business. I'm not saying you have to personally guarantee the credit, but on all the credit, but you shouldn't be shy or hiding behind an alias or something like that, So yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, you guys be sure to text me if you are interested for a free consultation, and then we'll go from there. We can do it, text me tonight, and then we can dial something in for tonight or tomorrow, sometime this weekend or early next week. If you're not interested in my mentorship, watch all my other videos. Watch this replay if you came in late. I covered a lot of good stuff for you guys. Also, stay away from any of those credit lines that are trying to offer you like the Boost Business Trade or whatever. Stay away from all those. They're scammers. They're not legitimate at all. But definitely watch the replay. I'll re-upload this as well. Anyways, with all that being said, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been like an hour and a half. I'll try to do another live this weekend or Monday at the latest. If you guys don't hear or see me before that, you guys be safe. Have a good Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and safe New Year's. But I have no content coming out here soon. Okay. Till next time, you guys take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.